Could you elaborate on that?
So, I don't know how much of the programs and the actual technical capacities everybody's talked to you about, but there's an infrastructure in place in the United States and worldwide that NSA has built in cooperation with other governments as well that intercepts basically every digital communication, every radio communication, every analog communication that it has sensors in place to detect. And with these capabilities, basically the vast majority of human and computer-to-computer communications, device-based communications, which sort of inform the relationships between humans, are automatically ingested without targeting. And that allows individuals to retroactively search your communications based on self-certifications. So, for example, if I wanted to see the content of your email or, your wife's phone calls or anything like that, all I have to do is use what's called a selector, any kind of thing in the communications chain that might uniquely or almost uniquely identify you as an individual. And I'm talking about things like email addresses, IP addresses, phone numbers, credit cards, even passwords that are unique to you that aren't used by anyone else. I can input those into the system, and it will not only go back through the database and go, have I seen this anywhere in the past? It will basically put an additional level of scrutiny on it moving into the future that says, if this is detected now or at any time in the future, I want this to go to me immediately and alert me in real time that you're communicating with someone, things like that.
So I don't know who you are or anything about you.
Okay. I work for Booz Allen Hamilton, a defense contractor. I'm sort of on loan to NSA. I don't talk to a Booz Allen boss. I don't get tasking from Booz Allen. It's all from NSA.
So I don't know your name.
Oh, sorry. My name is Edward Snowden. I go by Ed. Edward Joseph Snowden's the full name.
S-N?
O-W-D-E-N.
And where are you from?
I was born in North Carolina, a small town, Elizabeth City. There's a Coast Guard station there. I'm from a military family.
Yeah.
But I spent most of my time growing up around Fort Meade in Maryland.
And your family, what's the consequences for them?
This is actually what has made this hardest. My family doesn't know what's happening. They're unaware. I don't think I'll be able to keep the family ties that I've had for my life because of the risk of associating them with this. And I'll leave, what to publish on this and what not to publish to you guys. I trust you to be responsible on this. But basically, the closer I stay to my family, the more likely they are to be leaned on.
So you don't want me to report this?
I mean, we don't. Yeah, we definitely want to do whatever we can not to include them or bring them into the mix.
So, that's fine. I won't.
Well, I'm sorry, let me interrupt you. Can we just stop for a second, do the document, and then go back to that? That makes sense.
What do I need? Do I need an email address that we're using, or?
Well, so you can send them, once you've encrypted it, you can send it from whatever you think is appropriate. The main thing is you've got to encapsulate all of this in a way that it can't be decrypted and read when it's in transit across the network, or on either of the endpoints.
Okay. I mean, just so you know, these documents are basically all going to be public within 48 hours, 72 hours.
This is simply, you want to get in the process of doing this for everything because it seems hard, but it's not hard.
Okay.
This is super easy.
So just walk me through it and
show me the actual folder structure where these files are first. How many documents did you say there were?
7.
All right. Well, while you're working.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
How many documents are we talking about? Because when The Guardian did WikiLeaks, technical people set up a system so that they were available for anybody to see. And I just wonder if it's possible to do the same thing.
That would be the ideal end game, but because some of these documents are legitimately classified in ways that could cause harm to people and methods, I'm comfortable in my technical ability to protect them. I mean, you could literally shoot me or torture me, and I could not disclose the password if I wanted to. You know, I have the sophistication to do that. There are some journalists that I think could do that, but there are a number of them that couldn't. But the question becomes, can an organization actually control that information in that manner without risking basically an uncontrolled disclosure? But I do agree with that. Honestly, I don't want to be the person making the decisions on what should be public and what shouldn't, which is why, rather than publishing these on my own or putting them out openly, I'm running them through journalists so that my bias, you know, and my things, because clearly I have some strongly held views, are removed from that equation, and the public interest is being represented in the most responsible manner.
Yeah.
Actually, given your sort of, you know, geographic familiarity with the UK and whatnot, I'd like to point out that GCHQ has probably the most invasive
I know that.
network intercept program anywhere in the world. It's called Tempora, Tempora, and it's the world's first full take, they call it, and that means content in addition to metadata on everything.
So this is what I'd like to do, just in terms of scheduling, if it's good with everybody else. Do you feel like you're done with what you?
Okay.
So I'm anxious to go back, get those articles done, and then there's a bunch of documents that aren't about those first 2 or 3 stories that I'd like to spend time with you, you know, kind of going over. And
I'm not going anywhere.
Do that. You're available? You want to check your book first?
Yeah, let me check my schedule.
Is that good for you, or do you want to? Okay.